Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing well. So, alright, in today's video, I have a little bit of a haul. I kind of had a couple main things that I wanted to show. Um, it kind of was one main thing, and then there was something else I wanted to talk to, and then a couple other things kind of came up. So, I'm just gonna kind of get into it and show you what I have. I got a really good bag from Zara. But I don't want to say there's an issue with it because it is what it is, but we'll get into that. It's not like a Zara didn't do anything wrong. It's not like a quality issue or anything, but it's just kind of we'll get into that. So, but I really like the design of the bag. And then I wanted to show you guys one thing that I have done just recently with my Coach Empire 40 because I'm almost embarrassed to say I have not used that bag at all. It was expensive, and I bought it. I think I bought it over the summer. I think it's when it was like starting to maybe get warmer out. Whenever they released it again, because initially they released it the first time and everyone went wild over it, and I didn't get it on that drop. But then they re-released it, and I think I got mine, I think even before they came out with all the other sizes. I got the 40. I got the kind of the classic Empire 40 in black, which I haven't used it, but I saw something on TikTok that inspired me to do something a little different. I think I might get a little more use out of it. So I wanted to show you that, but I'm going to show you a few other things. So, plus I want to do a video maybe where I just kind of talk about some bags that I've bought and I've already maybe hauled. Oh, I had something else to say too. Um, and kind of like review them, because one thing that I'm doing is I am kind of like reporting back. So I have one bag to talk about, kind of just depending on the direction of this video goes. We'll see. I have at least a few things. I want to show you my new bag, and then maybe a couple other things, and then I'm going to show you my Empire and kind of what I've done with it. But so I I did order another new bag. I have one that I'm showing you today, and then I have another one, different brand, that is on the way. My birthday, I'm laughing because I don't care if it's my birthday or not. If I want to buy it, I buy it. But my birthday is next month, and I've been buying a lot for some time, and I am kind of like, okay, I want to cool it a little bit, I want to cool it a little bit. But I do have something else on the way, which I am really excited about. um it's another contemporary, it's a contemporary bag, but it's not Coach. It's a different brand other than Coach. So, but I will wait to reveal that brand until I do the video. So first thing, I'm wearing my new hat. I just got this hat. This is, I think it's the Farm, because on the inside, I'm assuming that that's the brand. And they have a few different hats like this. I've seen these before. I've seen these a while ago. I think they've been around for a while. But I saw this lion. I really like this lion. They had a couple different lion ones. They're all the same, but like this one's face looked a little bit different when I was like looking at it. So I'm like, okay, I want to get this one. So, and I feel like, I mean, I could wear it going backwards, I could wear it backwards, but then you don't see the lion. I mean, I guess if you're like standing behind me, you will, but I'm like, well, I want to see the lion. So I like the red, kind of you know, I like it. This is one of my, I just got it, and I think this is one of my favorite hats. I'm kind of thinking, I had a tiger one, which I do have a tiger hat from when I went to New Jersey. Me and a friend went to Princeton College. I didn't go to Princeton College. When I was visiting Jersey, there was a basketball game, and so we went to the college basketball game, and I got a tiger hat with Princeton. But there were a few hats that I was looking at Nordstrom Rack, and I may go back and get a few more, but I really like this one. So I wanted to show you that. And then one more thing before I show you the bag. should I even show this? It's not like fashion related or anything, but I'll mention it very quick. This candle, I get this candle pretty much every fall. I have been getting it for years and it smells so nice. I have one that is almost burnt down and this one was on deck. This is from Walmart. It's their Great Value brand, but this smells just as good, if not better. It's one of my favorite like fall scents. I really like this. And they had two left, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the last two. So this is a good one. Pumpkin waffles. Pumpkin waffles from Walmart. So really just really good. It's nice and pumpkiny. And anyway, I got another one. I haven't got this one before, but I thought, well, let me see, Lakeside Forest, because we are kind of getting into Christmas time, or we're getting there. This one's not quite Christmas tree. Like you could just have it on a, because I'm pretty particular. I like Christmas, but I don't do the Christmas in July thing, because if I see Christmas decorations in July, it's going to make me depressed that it's not that time of year. Like it's going to make me want something that's not there. So I kind of really just need to be directional. You know what I mean with what I have in front of me. So, but this isn't even, you could use it around Christmas, but it's not strictly Christmas. I mean, just from, I haven't burned it yet, but just from smelling it just now. So yeah, smell this one more time. All right, so the new bag. This bag is from Zara, and I saw it, and I'm immediately like, I really like it. One of the straps is a little bit, okay, one of the straps has kind of an awkward bit to it, but this bag, okay, this bag. This shoulder crossbody strap is removable. It almost kind of looks like a briefcase, which I kind of like. I like that because I feel like sometimes if something looks like a briefcase, it kind of gives it a little bit more of a masculine vibe, which I kind of like in a bag. But it's not a briefcase though, which I like. I like that it's not, because briefcases are big to carry around if you're just using it as a normal bag. But it's kind of giving me, when I see it, it's kind of like Birkin and Kelly kind of vibes, but like man Birkin. Like man, I mean men can wear Birkins, I'm not, but like it kind of gives it a more on the masculine vibe side of like Birkin or Kelly. That's what this bag is giving me, and I really like it a lot. Um, I really like it. I mean, it's giving me that feeling, you know what I mean? It's kind of giving me that feeling. Um, the only thing about this bag, so it's from Zara, okay? It's from Zara. But the only thing about it is it's faux leather, okay? It's fake, it's polyurethane, it's not real leather. And you might be thinking, oh, well, are you just that particular? The thing is, okay, I wouldn't mind if it was fake leather if I felt like it was gonna last. But, and I knew this before I bought it, the polyurethane peels. It peels. And so I liked it so much that I got it, but it is a little bit bittersweet, because I feel like, which I'm going to tell you what I may do, so stick with me through this, but it's almost like a temporary bag, because I feel like it's going to start peeling, and once it starts peeling, there's things that you can do, but they're not like, but you're just kind of kicking the can further down the road, you know what I mean? And one of the reasons why I am into bags and quality bags is I like the thought of something lasting a lifetime, probably last longer than my lifetime, to tell you the truth, if I take care of it right. But this thought of something lasting, just being permanent in a way. I know something could happen, or, but like a good quality bag just being something that you have for life. And if it wears down, like it's not gonna, because I don't necessarily mind always signs of wear, but I want it to last. You know what I mean? I want it to, and the only thing is I feel like the fake leather doesn't give me that. But what I think I might do is I am actually considering looking into ways of possibly getting this bag, getting one made just like this, but in real leather. I have one person who I've heard about through YouTube named Naomi Crafted, and I don't think she has a YouTube channel, but I hear about her a lot from other people who do YouTube. And Naomi makes, I think she started, I don't know if this is how she started, but I think at one time she took dust bags, like designer dust bags, like Hermes or Gucci or Louis Vuitton dust bags, and or like she would upcraft bags, like old Louis Vuitton, she would repurpose the canvas, if there was like a Louis Vuitton bag that was just kind of more or less beyond repair, she could take the canvas and upcycle it. And but I think now she is moving. I don't know a lot about her. This is just all from memory, but I think now she's moved into more like doing custom orders and making custom bags for people. And she can make a bag that looks just like an Hermes Birkin. I mean, it's not going to have the label on it, so it's not going to be like a fake. It's not going to be a like a knockoff where it's trying to make you think it is. It's not going to say the logo, at least. It could kind of give the same look as it, but anyway, from what I understand, she does a really good job at doing custom orders. And I'm almost thinking about maybe, if I can't find another bag out there like this that's in real leather, I've been looking, but this design takes the cake. I mean, this is something. I may reach out to her and, see if she can do a custom bag like this, make it look just like this, but in real leather. And here, I'll show you a little bit about the bag, and then I'll move on to some other stuff. But so it has a magnetic closure on the top, but then it has like an opening. I think one thing that I would maybe want to add, if I could customize it, because I don't want to change it too much, because I like it just like it is. If you go and you start changing something, you're gonna throw off the balance, and I don't want to do that. I think every bag is perfect in its own right, and if you think, oh well, I like this, so I'll add this, it may or may not work. It may throw off the balance, and the balance on this is spot on. I mean, the way I like it. So what I think I would do, though, aside from getting in real leather, is I would change the interior lining. I like more of I don't know how to explain it. This is more like a clothy feeling interior. I like more slick, like sleeping bag, like silky, satiny. Think like if you have the sleeping bag or the exercise pants that if you rub them together, they make that noise. I like that slick material. Like, do I have it with me? Because I have another. Thought I brought it over. Okay, like the inside of this is one of my favorite things, by the way. This Lacoste pouch. Like this inside, okay, that type of material. I would want to get it with that type of interior. And here, I gotta move I'm sitting on my ankle, kind of weird. That type of interior, and I would want to put a zipper on it, not on the top, not right here, because I like that this is magnetic, but I would want to put a zipper, kind of a deep set zipper, like right in there, and I'd want it to be, there'd be a little bit of space when it zips. Like, I want it to be kind of I don't know how to explain it. Okay, yeah, I'll show you. Kind of like this. Like, see how there's leather leading up to the zipper? You know what I mean? I like that. So I'd want it to be kind of similar to that, and kind of deep set. Like, see how this zipper, it's not right on the top, it's a little bit deep set in. I like that. Like, same with this. So I'd want to have real leather, zipper, and then different lining sold, so Anyway, so this bag, it's beautiful though. I mean, it's beautiful. If this was real leather, I mean, I'd pay up for it. I'll tell you that much. I would pay up for it. So anyway, but this is from Zara. It's nice. I mean, it feels good. I want something that's gonna last me, you know, and that I'm not gonna have to like worry about it degrading with every use. You know what I mean? I know everything you use is everything's in the process of degrade. I don't want to talk about it anyway. But so there's that, and then all right, I want to show you what I'm doing with my empire. I was on TikTok and I saw a video of a guy who he had the same bag I had. I think he had the same color black and same size 40, and I think he may have got his with the first drop. And he said, "Okay, I want to do my 1 year review of this bag. You know, I bought it, you know, used it. A year later, what do I think?" His looked good. It was really slouchy, which I liked. And I'm not always one of these people. Some people want their bags to be slouchy. I don't always want that. Sometimes maybe, but like I kind of like a little structure in bags. Like this guy right here. I like how this has a little bit of structure to it. You know, I like that. Even the one I just showed you. I mean, the Zara one. Like it's not stiff necessarily, but I like it has a little bit of a boxy feel, and I like that. You know, same with like, you know, I like a little structure sometimes, but I think this bag being as big as it is, okay, which I wanted the larger size. Well, this size and this 40 and the 48 are the only ones listed as men's bags. Everything smaller than that are all listed under the women's. And I have seen some guys use the smaller sizes, and I'm like, okay, well, I think that looks okay on him, you know. But my thing is, and I've said it before, I almost don't want to say it like too much, but it's what I'm thinking, so I'm gonna say it. I mean, not that I say everything that I think, but like I don't want anything to look too pursy, you know, on me personally. I don't want it to look like I feel like a broken record now because I'm like, Sam, you say this in almost every video, but you know, I don't want it to look too pursy. Sometimes, no matter what, just because you're a man carrying a bag, there's going to be some people who are going to just say that automatically. But, you know, just for me, when I look at something, I like it to feel like a men's bag. And so I feel like, not that I couldn't ever go for a little bit of a smaller size, you know, maybe if I saw, I don't know. Like I said, I have seen some guys do it, and I'm like, okay, that looks all right on him. But anyway, back to what I'm saying though. I feel like the size of this kind of works in that regard, but it is so big. I can't use it as, well, I was going to say I can't use it as an everyday bag, but that's kind of the kind of bag that I want it to be. And I saw the review of this guy in his empire, and his was very slouchy. Like, remember, which I think I have it here. I've shown this bag. I took the chain off because I was trying it on in another bag, which I think I like the chain better on this one. But like this bag, I've shown this can get pretty slouchy. Okay, like it can look kind of like the size it is, like it can look bigger, but then it slouches really easy, and so that kind of makes it a little bit more wearable in my opinion. And so his empire looked a lot like that bag. Like it was very just slouchy, like even more slouchy than this, and I really liked that. And one thing that he said that he did is he undid the inside buckle. Okay, I have the dust bag on the inside, which you might be able to see. He said he undid these buckles, he undid those, and he just let it, which I think in the video his were buckled, but maybe it was on the last setting or something. But I thought, you know what? Let me try that with mine, because I haven't used it, and it's kind of been one of those things where I feel like I need to break it in. And because I haven't used it, I still have a little bit of the fear of messing it up, you know? But I think in order for me to be able to use it and enjoy it, I need to break it in. I need to get past that. I need to like use it and almost, I don't want to scratch it or go out of my way to damage it. I know there's people who mark theirs up. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I do like the loved leather though that come like that, like the Coach makes. I do like that. I like that, but I don't want to do it on my own. You know what I mean? But I do. I feel like it's like a baseball glove or whatnot. You need to you need to break it in, and I feel like I haven't. It's almost kind of just broken in just from like sitting and like slouching or whatever. Like I remember I was. Now the way I have it stored is I actually have it hanging, but for a while I had it sitting, and almost just from sitting there, it's kind of slouched. And I'm kind of thinking, gosh, I never used it, and it's already, not deteriorating, but like losing its shape. But so then I started hanging it up. But I think that I actually kind of want it to do that. I want to, because this bag is, I was watching someone the other day, and he was talking about a friend of his who had a really nice designer bag, like probably in the thousands or whatnot, and probably had more than one. But I remember this video I was watching, the guy was saying that he's like, my friend has this bag, and he's like, you know what, I paid too much money not to use this. And I'm like, that's how I feel. Like, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I mean, I want to use it, so I feel like I kind of just need to start using it. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that about taking the sides off, or not taking the sides off, but unbuckling them. I just kind of have it out like that. And I have another strap that I've been using on this, just playing around with it at home. I haven't worn it out yet. Maybe I will use it tomorrow. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow. Excuse me. You said, thank you. Talking to the bag. This is a leather strap that I have from Coach. This came on another bag, and I use this. I'm almost thinking about maybe seeing if I can order another leather strap from Coach. I know they have them because I like the thickness of it. Now the hardware doesn't match, which I'm okay. I'm okay with that, but I feel like the thicker strap does give it a little bit more of a masculine edge, which again, I kind of like that. So I feel like, if I were to use this, I'd probably put this thicker strap on it, and then maybe just leave this other one hang. And then what I have seen people do is tie this in a knot, which I have tried. I haven't left it in a knot like overnight or anything, but like people do that so that way they can like, kind of have a moment like that or whatnot. These straps stay up, so you got to kind of be careful about that. But I like that they stay up. But anyway, so I really have a trip coming up, and I want to use this on the trip, but without going into the whole. I talked about that a little bit in one of my last videos. Just flying in a personal bag and a carry-on, and then I always get afraid that if I have my personal bag and then I have a carry-on, that sometimes if you're in the last boarding group, if space is limited, they don't always let you carry on your carry-on. They say, okay, you're gonna have to we'll check your carry-on, and I don't want to do that because of the things I pack them to carry on because I don't want them to go through the check luggage. So it does the whole, if I could fly without having to worry about that, or if I could just fly and know that no matter what, my checked luggage would be checked luggage, but my personal item and my carry-on, like if I could just have a guarantee that no, you're going to be able to carry this on and be fine, that would change the game for me. That would change the game. But I feel like I am always kind of prepared for the worst, you know what I mean? Which kind of cramps my style. So part of me wants to use it, but just the way I am thinking of what I need to take and what I need to pack, I'm not sure that this would be the best option. But anyway, in theory, it would be cool though. In theory, it would be cool. It's a cool bag. I'm almost wondering if it's going to get more square. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? So I'm going to take my hat off in a minute, or right now, but I just wanted to show you. So I've showed you this in my last video, but I wore this pretty much all day today, and I really like it. I had worn hats a while ago, and I kind of stopped wearing them. Sometimes they kind of make my head itchy, but this one was just so cool. I thought, okay, I like that. So this hat has been a good one. It kind of went with this shirt because I got this kind of burnt orange shirt with the black, and then, you know, this red kind of, I felt like went with that. But I feel like I need to like massage my head a little bit. I want to show you. I want to show you a little bit about my bag, which I've shown you this before, but I've used this for the first time today. So I wanted to show kind of what I did. And then I have another bag that I've shown you before that I've done something different with that too. So a few things to show you. I have a little bit of a headache. I think it's from what I ate. I didn't eat terrible, but I had genuinely one of the best days ever, like just one of the best days ever today. And I was out pretty much all day. It was like a later starting in the day, but I'm kind of more on a automatic late schedule anyway. But anyway, so so I'll jump into it. So I have a little bit of a headache, so I may not make this video for too long, but I did feel like getting on making this video now, and I'm talking quiet just because it is kind of later at night. It's a little bit after midnight. Yeah. And I realized that I think my neighbors can probably hear me more than what I realized, because I can hear them sometimes, and I'm like, oh, if I can hear them, they can probably hear me. But anyway, so this bag, I talked a little bit about this in my last video. This is the first time that I've used it out of the house today. This is the Empire 40, Coach Empire 40, and in my last video, I mentioned that I saw a TikTok where the guy, he had used his and he'd unbuckled these gussets on the inside. He unbuckled the buckles on the inside to help make it a little more slouchy, and I've done that, and I think I like that. It's very casual. I have a smaller bag within this bag that I used. This was my overall bag, but then I had a smaller bag to use when I was, mainly throughout the day. So, which I'm going to show you that too. But this was good because I had a smaller bag that I wanted to use today. I wanted to use this smaller bag, but I had a little bit of bigger things that I wanted to carry. And so instead of me carrying my smaller bag and then carrying those few other things in my hands, I thought, well, why don't I just use a bigger bag and just carry it all, and I'll just put the smaller bag in this bag until I'm ready to use the smaller bag, and then I'll take it out. So this is exactly how I packed it. I won't do like a full what's in my bag, but I'll maybe do a little just to give you a rough idea. So I have this strap is from the smaller bag, and I just have it sticking out. I just have it out, which is fine. This is how I'm using the strap that the Empire came with. And this is how I used it. It's big, it's slouchy. I'm not worried about trying to, let me keep the structure perfect. I'm gonna use this. One of my favorite things, you know how sometimes you hear things and some things just stick with you? Sometimes that can be a bad thing, but sometimes that can be a good thing. I remember I've mentioned this in my last video, but this has stuck with me. I heard someone talking about how someone was saying that, this bag is too expensive not to use. And I'm like, yeah, it's what's the point of spending all this money on something if you never use it, or you save it just for like one time a year? That's not, to me, that doesn't bring me joy. It brings me joy to have something that I can use in my day-to-day life, even if I spent a lot of money on it, and even if it gets a little bent out of shape. Not that I want to ruin my things. Like, I do believe in taking care of what you have. Like, I'm not going to do something that's going to ruin it. But anyway, so point is, I'm just, look, I'm using it as it is, and I'm so happy about it. I'm enjoying this bag. For the first time since I've had it, I'm able to enjoy it while using it. I've had it before and I've been able to enjoy it just by looking at it, like on the shelf, but it doesn't bring me joy just to have something to look at on the shelf, unless it's like a statue or something like that. you know, that you're like, I have a couple, well, you can't really see them now, but like I have a couple like statues, you know, things that you're supposed to put up and look at. Like I like that I enjoy. But when it's something like a bag, I want to feel like it's something I can use. And so anyway, so this is just how I have it packed. And I have my handkerchief, which I always have a handkerchief with me. I always have a handkerchief with me. And I have a water bottle that is now empty, you know, and just I just like the idea of being able just to literally throw things in here. I have some mail. Here, I'll take that. Put the mail out just because it has like my address or whatever. That, so, but yeah, I have my, oh, I'm not gonna do a full what's in my bag, even though I'm kind of doing it. This little case here, this I got from Amazon. It's one of my favorite things. This, I keep my tech equipment. I keep my spare charger and a charging dock, a charging cord, and then my wired headphones. And I could have fit it in my smaller bag, but I was already kind of full on space, and I don't like overpacking my bags too much. So I thought, well, might be good to have this with me, but I don't necessarily need it in my smaller bag. But I'll just anyway. So I just have this thrown in there, and then you know just a few. That's basically it. I had a magazine that I wanted to give to someone, kind of a bigger magazine. I bought 2 of the W magazines where it had Lana Del Rey on the cover, and one I wanted to give to my cousin because my cousin is also a huge Lana Del Rey fan like I am. So I bought 2, and I kept one, and I'm like, okay, well, let me, you know, I wanted to give my cousin one, so I needed to carry that, you know, so I had that in there, and my little hang tag. I don't always put the hang tags on the outside. Not that I won't, but I've kind of got out of the habit. Anyway, it's fine either way, but all right. This is the smaller bag that I use. So I think that's basically it as far as what is in my empire. And I'm so glad that I am finally able to use this bag. And it's just a big slouchy, I mean, I had it open, you know, the leather, you know, if it was a little misshapen, that was fine. Like, I'm not going to put like a sharp knife in it or something that's going to like damage it, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it, I want to take care of it, but I need to have it in a way where it supports me. So I am glad that I was able to do that. I'm gonna take a drink of water, another water bottle. I am thirsty. And all right, I will talk to you in my next one. Adios.